And we're
Oh,
live. Oh, and your video works. There we go.
well,
Okay.
it might break in just a second here because I forgot to switch actually to
Oh,
I'm hardwired. I'm still on Wi-Fi. Actually, no, I
you're.
think this is probably the default.
Yeah, it should be. I
Yeah.
mean,
Okay.
people can tell us. People are watching you right now. It looks like you're coming through clearly.
Okay. We'll see.
I'm just pausing this music here. Let's get set up. Oh, I'm out of breath. I just Kelly was just like, "Look, I have Lacroix," and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna get some Lacroix."
Too
And I ran
slow.
downstairs and didn't have any Lacroix. That is life. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello.
Hello.
I see some familiar faces in the chat here. Hello, Sidro, Kapui, and Lee. Yeah, we've got.
Why are you seeing the additional people in the chat? I
Oh,
see.
you weren't here. I was.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, Leon, got it.
I've been
Okay.
in the chat since I started the stream. So
So I have to
real.
make a special shout out today. Hi, Mom.
Oh, I'm waiting. My mom made a guest appearance in one of the early streams, and I missed her message.
Aw,
And she was like, "I said hello," and I was like, "Oh, I didn't see it. I'm sorry." And then I've been trying to get her on again.
please come back. I'll try harder
Please
next
come
time.
on, mom. Dan Gamble, hello, hello. Oh man, taking. It's funny. We used to do it every 2 weeks. We used to do this every 2 weeks, and now coming back to it after 2 weeks, I feel so out of it. Like the whole setup process, like transforming my desk into the Twitch studio was like, oh wait, what was I gotta do this and I gotta get this set up and yeah.
It
But
happens.
we're back. We're back. We're back. Um, how you doing, Kelly?
I'm sweaty.
You're sweaty. Oh,
I mean, you
and
can't tell. I know we were
yeah,
just
yeah.
joking, but I went for a walk before doing this because it's like 70 degrees here in Georgia, and I'm going to enjoy this
Ah,
nice weather. And I didn't bother to change afterwards, so it's the dream.
it's all about authenticity. This is
That's right.
yeah, this
You
is
get the
stream.
real me.
Yeah, exactly. No, nothing to hide.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm actually I've been trying to I feel like catch up a little bit on what we want to be talking about in this stream. I'm having that like pre-stream anxiety a little bit, trying to get up and running, familiar with we're talking about apps today. We're
We're
talking
talking
about
about
like
apps
app
today, yeah.
development and this is like I'm not an app developer. I'm not an app we're classifying but I haven't spent a lot of time making apps on Shopify. I've always been kind of online store, even though apps are online store, but I've always, I guess, been themes. Yeah,
That's fair.
themes and and so yeah, I gotta feel like I know at least a little bit of what I'm doing. Um,
Absolutely, especially when, you're utilizing APIs when you're building apps. We also utilize APIs when we build themes.
yeah, but they're Ajax APIs
I use
in
GraphQL Storefront API.
well, see that's the like at when we make themes for the theme store, we don't get to just out of the box get to use like the storefront API. I mean, we could change the platform so we could, and that's maybe something that we should and could do. Uh, Another discussion, but yeah, it's always been just that we've had like the card API. We've had yeah, just a limited selection. I
Oh,
think.
no, we need, like, a proper card API, which, again, whole 'nother conversation to have.
Mhm.
Others who have joined us, Soy Ellie, hello.
Hello.
I think I did this last time, CD Boy UK.
CD, I see.
Boyuk.
Oh, CD, like CD Boy, UK. Okay. Oh,
I realized why I recognized Taproom. I think a friend of mine devs for you. Your friend is pretty cool if that's the case, because we have some amazing developers on our team.
hmm. I haven't met any of your developers. Come to think of it, I
I tried
only
to make oh, no, well, I made the introduction to Jonathan.
yes, but
But
still, it's
yeah,
only via through you. You know,
that's true.
yeah, we have direct chat access to each other, but I'm not in. Like, is there a tap room Slack that I need to like?
Yeah, I
Yes,
need to get you in the
yeah,
Taproom Slack.
yeah. and now I guess the whole audience too.
I'm just gonna create like a taproom channel in the Shopify partners Slack. Everyone's
Just come on in.
welcome.
Just come on in. I want to draw a little attention to something that people might be seeing in their bottom left corner of their chat. Kelly, I don't know if you can see this.
I
Let
see
me.
this.
Do you see that little yellow dot there?
I sure do. Look at that
There we go.
icon. What a dream.
Oh, I was sharing my screen that whole time. We
Yep.
weren't side by side. Ah, there. Wait, side by side. That's what I meant to. We were just chatting there, not playing my
Spoilers.
role. Yeah, spoilers. Yeah, we have a form of Shopee points now. Oh, redeemed hydrate. Oh, okay. So that means that we have to take a drink.
Yes. Oh, this is my favorite one.
Wait, how did Real Matt get 100 Shopee points so quickly?
I have 320 right now.
Oh, maybe because I think you get 300 when you follow, or um,
Ah.
yeah.
Oh, I
So
gotta hydrate again.
we're oh, okay. Oh wow. Okay, we're gonna be drinking a lot of water during this.
Hey, you know what? At least it's not alcoholic.
Mm.
Otherwise, this would be a real sloppy session.
Oh, it wouldn't be hydrating then, would it? Be anti-hydrating.
This is true.
Yeah, so we got a nice little Shopper point symbol. I thought, and the way that I was going to approach this, when how we were going to initially build out Shopee points, was that in the Twitch API that we could um get a list of all users Shopee point or channel points. So these, what you see, what for the audience, what you see in the bottom left here is Twitch channel points. It's a built-in kind of, they kind of specify it as a non-monetary value point system, and I think people can start gifting subs and doing subs and bits and all those other Twitch things that I should be familiar enough with by now, but I'm not totally. But you don't need to. You don't need to give. I mean, what you can spend, maybe we can figure out something with Kelly if the money goes to Kelly, but definitely you don't need to be throwing money to
Pay
Shopify
me.
for subscriptions and things like that. Right now it's like I didn't even set up the payout details, so yeah,
I was
there's
curious about, can you like give me a discount code so I can subscribe?
yeah, I wonder. We gotta okay, we gotta do that off air though. That's just a black hole of, I don't know what's gonna, yeah, nebulous topic of about Twitch. Let me
The
pull.
things we do not know.
Yeah. It might be a little bit of the stream in general. We'll get that. I want to. Okay, so I want to pull from the audience. I'm hoping I drew in some people by saying, "Hey, we're doing app development today." You are quite familiar with app development, and then hopefully I can contribute something other than just driving the screen and getting things somewhat functional.
Yes. Also, I do want to, as soon as I figure out what time it is, on Clubhouse tonight, there's a Shopify app developer
Oh,
meetup
mm,
and a little chat,
no.
and would love to have more of you present. Rian, the COO, co-founder and president of Vental, Rian, you need to update your bio, is hosting it. It is at 5 p.m. Pacific, so 8 p.m. Eastern tonight.
Oh. I still haven't tuned into a Clubhouse chat. What should I expect if I were to do that? Is it because
Well,
eight p.m.? Yeah.
Um, as a developer advocate, you get all kinds of really great ideas of things that could improve the Shopify platform.
Oh, great. Okay, so I can be a professional complainer. This is
That's
like,
right.
yeah, I like to. Yeah, people take that in such the wrong way. Whenever I say like, like this art of being a professional complainer, and like, yeah, but we don't want to be the person that's always like griping and like, no, no, no. But that's the whole. That's why it's a professional complainer.
I get
So,
paid to complain.
yeah, no, exactly. No, 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 no. It's like complaining, but in a productive way, right?
Yes,
Like
exactly.
it's okay to complain as long as you're doing something about it. So if you're
Yes.
in the position to do something about it, then it's okay to complain. Maybe I don't know. That was my rule. Um, we have CD Boy UK. What stack are you using for the app? I'm gonna jump and say JS, the node stack.
The node stack, yeah.
Yeah. Sorry if people were wanting
Don't
to do
apologize.
something else. Yeah,
Team
this gotta
JavaScript.
keep something familiar here. So
I built
Yeah, maybe that's the
my first Shopify app was built with Ruby on Rails. I did not know any Ruby on Rails going into it, and I built my first app for a client while learning a new language.
whew.
It worked.
But that's yeah, no, but nothing like a good deadline, nothing like some pressure
Yeah,
to get
I like having those actual applications to
yeah. See,
actually
this
build
is
stuff.
why I knew Dan Gamble would say like Rails. Yeah, this is sorry, Dan. Yeah, Dan is all Dan
Hello,
was saying he
Lee.
got into Rails. I went to Core
Yes,
React Polaris App Bridge. Yeah,
that's the stack.
that's
You know,
it.
I've always been like Node and Express, but now that Koa is being pushed over Express, I have to learn something new.
And it's really well positioned. It's like made by the people who made Express, but it's like the next
Express,
thing.
but
So it's
easier.
like, oh, well, of course I need to use Koa now. Like if even the Express people are jumping on Koa.
That's right.
Uh, okay, so let's pull up. Let's get started here. Let me open my screen so people can see. We got insomnia here that you guys are looking at for the first 5 minutes because I didn't realize I was sharing my screen. But so we've got shoppypoints.com as it is right now. I did merge the PR that we were working on before. We have our hero section here. Welcome to shoppypoints.com. For those who have not been following along so far, shoppypoints.com is going to be our place of shoppy points that people can accumulate shoppy points. We want to have some like custom functionality on it though. This whole
Yes.
shoppy points accumulation program isn't built into Shopify. This is something we're adding a new feature here. So this is where a new app
This is
comes
where
in.
the new app comes in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cedro asks, in one of the other episodes, building a custom online store, you touched on the white space control. Can I just default to that all the time, or is there areas we shouldn't use it? I see no situation where you want the additional white space. So
Yeah, I'm trying to
I can't think of a scenario where you'd avoid,
I
like, please
remember
give
that
me white space in my code.
I remember when we rolled it out, it was like, why don't we just make the
That's a default.
regular like why are we adding this? And there was a breaking condition that I can't remember why. Um
You can't use it on schema tags or if you want to use a liquid variable as a class name.
hmm,
Got it.
hmm, interesting. Okay. Well, there you go. Some uses for it. Um Cool. So we have shoppoints.com. We want to be creating an app. So for those of you, some of you may be familiar, Shopify does have some developer tooling for app development. So nice. So nice that apps get to have their own CLI, right?
So
Um,
nice.
how nice is it?
Or my I guess we should say, "Wow, it must be nice."
It must be nice. Yeah. Imagine if that was just called the Shopify CLI. Then it would have to be just for apps. No.
Imagine.
Okay. So we're going to be using the Shopify app CLI. Uh, and let's get started. I think I remember the first few steps. We don't need to go through the docs on it. Is
Okay.
that okay? Yeah.
Yes.
So we want to create a new directory, right? We're in our shoppypoints.com directory right now. Let me just clear this out so people
And
can
while
see.
you're doing that, hello, Achieve App Labs. Hello,
Oh,
David Warrington as well.
David Warrington. Yes. Good to see you, David.
There's something shaky. Oh, I claimed a bonus. Woohoo! I got some bonus shoppy points.
Have there been other Shopee Points claims that hydrate? We've got okay. No, we've only had 3 hydrate claims. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Just making sure I don't miss those.
Also,
Um,
what do you know about so CWK UK is talking about Lambda. What do you know about Lambda functions?
nothing.
Same. Something to learn.
This sounds really familiar though. Yeah. Shopee
Drink.
Points app. Let's call it. There we go. Shopee Points app because you need to have a directory when you run this, right?
Yes.
Shopify create. So I already have a Shopify CLI installed. Follow the docs if you. It's like it's a brew install for Mac OS. I'm not even going to get into Windows installation. And we want to do a Node.js app. App name Shopee Points. There we go. So we are doing a custom app here. We don't want to be publishing this yet. on the
Yeah.
App Store. Yeah,
So
that's
to
nice.
clarify, public apps are to be published onto the Shopify App Store. Custom apps are used to be installed on one single store, with the exception of Shopify Plus. You can get permission to install a custom app on multiple Shopify Plus stores under the same umbrella of stores. And then the third type is,
Uh,
of course, private apps.
Select a development story. I wonder if I will be able to select my Shopee points. Filter SF Shopee points. I did have access to it. Uh,
No.
no. Um, hmm. If I get collaborator access, can I? But then it's not a dev store. Does it need to be a dev store
No,
in order?
shouldn't be.
Okay,
I
let
don't
me.
well, no, select a development store. Yes, it does.
It does need to be.
Huh.
'Wait,
Well, why don't you just
let me
you
make
can just
sure.
go through the, I was gonna say you can just well, I go through the partner side of things to that, to create an
Yeah,
app there.
yeah. Um, right, and then it doesn't need to be a development store to install it. So let me just make sure I have Shopee points. Yeah, okay. I do have collaborator access to Shopee points. Needs to be a dev store. Makes it
Makes it
untransferable.
untransferable.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Okay, I do have a dev store that we can do it on then.
I mean,
But
okay. I don't know if I've totally installed a custom app. It's a bit more of a manual process, but you can install a custom app on an existing store that's not the dev store.
yeah, because that's the whole point of custom apps,
Right.
right? Is
Because
that we're
you can build
installing
one
it
for an
on a
existing
store.
store.
Okay. So should we just create the app via the UI?
Yeah.
Yeah, via the GUI. Okay, we're
And you
not going
should
to use the
update your
CLI.
emergency contact
I
information.
should update my emergency contact information. Shopify's going to have a really hard time finding me, I'm sure. If yeah, create app, custom app,
Awesome.
Shopee points. So
Localhost.
yeah, we just do localhost. Can
For
I?
now. You
Yeah,
have to type it in.
of course. Doesn't. I don't know. This is why we need somebody watching this and just writing down the obvious. We don't need a redirect URL
You
right now.
will when you actually connect it. Are you putting your partner Kelly as your emergency contact? No, I don't wanna be the contact. Local we're just setting localhost temporarily. We're not actually using it. It'll need to be updated because localhost, you cannot do SSL. So I usually use ngrok, but I just set up the app first and then I
And
go
that's
through
what's
and
nice about should I use the CLI just to like bypass all of this
you
and then we can
should.
change the dev because I do
Why
have it
don't we
like
do that?
I've got
Yeah.
lots of dev shops. Okay.
We
What
can just go
we're
back
getting there.
through.
Okay. We're getting there, people. There. Okay. At least people are understanding the ups and downs of each side. Shopee points. Custom. I do have my TK dev shop. Oh, I thought I had TK dev shop.
There we go. Yeah,
Shopify.
but
So
Dan said the CLI is great because it automatically fills all that out and gives you your redirect and app
yeah,
URLs out of the box. Because yeah, it is kind of a pain to
yeah.
set it up manually.
Yeah, we don't need to subject the audience to that. So while that's getting set up, I do want to I'll get TK Dev Shop open. Does it do the install process for on TK Dev Shop
I have
for
not
the
tried
app?
that. I think so, or it gives you the install URL maybe.
Yeah.
Installing dependencies. Oh well, I guess we'll see.
Okay. Well,
It's
let
been
me
a while
just
since I used the
uninstall
CLI.
TK Dev Shop slash admin. Oh, it's gonna do my Shopify. Okay. It's gonna try to log in under my Shopify account. Let's see. No, I don't want to show that. Let me do uh, 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 um no, okay, fine. This is a like I have the
I'm
consent of the merchant. Okay, here.
yeah, right.
This is our Shopify staff login. I'm logging in as a Shopify employee, and there are very strict rules that you're not supposed to log into stores unless you have permission, which I have permission to log into my own store.
Always remember Spider-Man. Man, I wish I got to see that.
With great power comes. I am releasing a little bit of insider. Why am I in this? I'm sorry. I should do this off screen. If it goes, there we go. Okay, we're in finally. So with apps, I know I have a other app installed here, but we'll just see if this. Oh, you know what? And I think I still will have to probably log in as a normal person. Why is this taking so? Welcome to installing dependencies. Here, I think I need to do this with like a regular, um, with my normal login. Because when we go to install the app, it's going to be funny with my Shopify account. Log in with a different account. Email at Thomas. Email. Mail. I changed it. So for everyone's getting my personal email now. But
Sign him up for everything.
yeah. But I always had it as mail at thomaskelly.ca. And I got so tired of needing to tell people, no, uh, like email, but just mail. So I changed it to email. Will this be embedded? We're not going to do an embedded app. No.
This is
Uh,
more middleware, behind the scenes fun stuff.
Middleware, and then we'll probably it'll be using meta fields
Ah, that's right.
to
Yeah.
be putting stuff into storefront. And we'll probably be using app proxy somewhere. Very stimulating content. Does anyone have any questions in the I like let's do questions while we're watching me just log into our
Why not?
unprompted dev store. Yeah.
Lee asks, why not embedded? We're not actually building anything in the admin to create an embedded app.
What's going on with this npm install? I feel like
Is
something's
it
wrong here.
downloading like all of like npm, just like all the node modules forever?
I guess so. Oh my god, it's done. Wow. Okay, good.
When is
Wow.
this light going to change?
Yeah,
Every time.
every time. Okay, and that should pop up in my other screen, of course.
Which means if
Ah,
it's a new window, I will not be able to access
oh, it's true. Okay, I'll
the
invite you.
reshare.
Let's get Kelly onto this with why is there no live share? Because it's not big enough. There we go. Share. Let me send this to you. Doo-doo-doo. So we should have now our app is created. We've got Shopipoints here. Oh, it did create in another folder. I thought it made it inside the same folder. Okay. So we're in Shopipoints. This is annoying because I might need to open up a new code window. Well, we won't do it for now. No, we're fine for now. Okay. I'll do CD Shopipoints. There. So this is where we want to initiate Git. Do we have Git initiated? No, we don't. But here's our app boilerplate. So what we should be able to run. Was there
It says
anything
that
else?
I'm a guest. I don't know why it says I'm a guest. Can you give me access?
Except read, write. Yeah.
I'm a little offended. Full update workspace
Shopify was
folders.
created in the dashboard, change directories, and you knew, blah, blah, blah. Then visit. Yeah, there we go. To install Shopify on your dev store. That's what we want to do. Oh man, my windows are opening up all over the place. It's just like
Okay,
stay
so
on
are
my
mine.
broadcast screen. Come on. Test an app on a development store. There we go. So we want to do that.
Hello, hello. Thank you for joining our stream as we figure out how to computer.
Hello, SHA 256 collision. There we go. Did that didn't install it though?
What are you
Why
try-
is this so hard live? This is like I feel like this part I have done. Like
What are you trying to do?
just install the app on the dev store. So they said so we're supposed to go to this,
Mhm.
open it. There, now it opened in the right window. Cool. Test an app on a dev store. Cool. This one. Why is it going to that?
Do you have to reopen it?
Do I have to reopen? Computer go beep boop. Yeah, pretty much. Okay. Internet. Let's go to apps here. Because we can install it from here too, right?
Yes, it generates the URL for you.
Test on development store. Why is it doing this? This is weird. Has anyone else
Out of
co-
curiosity, what happens if you click the next one?
the next store?
Because I know that other one already said transfer disabled. I don't
Yeah,
know if
so
it.
it's a dev store now. Here, let me find one.
Oh no, they all do the same thing. Okay,
Yeah.
that's so
Development.
bizarre.
Why is it? Let me just find another one that's not being used. Um, that I haven't tested in forever. Slate testing. um, yeah.
Rip.
See, yeah, right. See, this is from ages ago. Um,
Install anyway.
what is going on? You don't have access to the store.
Why don't you create a new dev store real fast?
Yeah. Okay. Let's do it. Create a store. Development store. Store name. Um,
SHA-26 collision asks, are the callbacks correctly set up? They sure should be.
Kelly.
Just use the Shopify app CLI.
Shopipoints Kelly.
There we go.
Again. Um,
You don't have to
no, we
do
don't need
developer
developer
preview.
preview. Oh wow, there's my. That's kind of shitty. Okay, well, I'm just playing around. But why? This is epic fail.
Yeah.
Should we just here? Wait, let's try Shopify Serve while we're trying that. I just want to see. Serve.
Well, now it's going to be on a different store.
But it should be on, or if it doesn't have a store, then it should ask you. Yeah, see here to install your app.
There we go. Okay.
Do
But
that.
yeah, you just have to change the auth URL. So just copy it.
But if I can get it to work in TK Dev Shop, then I prefer to do that.
Oh.
This looks familiar.
Guess who has sound effects now?
Oh, yeah. Why is this? This because we're doing this live, of course. Um, why is this failing? This is an ngrok. But the client failed to establish a local connection. Yeah, because it's not running.
I'm just gonna run through it on my own computer as well.
Yeah. No, sir. Yeah. Why is the server not running now? There. Okay. It's just getting set up. That's why. There.
Oh,
Okay. There. One last time.
does not have the Shopify app CLI installed.
Oh, there we go. This is looking familiar. Okay. So it should open
There we
that up.
go. That's what
There
we're
we
looking
go.
for.
Oh my God.
Just took a little bit of hand holding and
Yeah.
yelling and shoving and
This is development. Come on.
this is
People are along
this
for the
is
ride.
this is like pure development right here.
Yeah. It's just like bang your head against the wall. Just like Sia.
All right. We have
Okay.
an app.
We have an app and it's loaded. And it's showing, it should be showing it there.
There we go.
So somebody asked if we're doing embedded. This is out of the box. Yeah, we are doing embedded
This
out
is
of the box.
embedded. Yeah, we're just not actually like building out, at least for now, not building out anything in here.
Yeah. So what to Claire can't so next step, can we just get this on Shopping Points now? Now that we know the app is working? can we be developing, because the whole point of this is that you can install it on one store,
You
right?
need to reconfigure a different app because now this custom app is already associated with this dev store. So you have to create a new custom app, and then you can basically use the same logic from the create app component and everything, but it needs to be in a different store to be installed on.
Oh, see, this is
So you probably
annoying
have to just like restart it
because I
and just
wanted
not
to use
install it
the
on a store.
customer accounts that was already baked into.
Why don't
um
we try to do the create app again? Don't assign it to a store. And then when you run Shopify serve, see if you can just change the auth URL to be the Shopipoints store and see if it works.
can you just sorry, fine. Can you not assign it to a store?
Dan says you could use the production URL of the custom app.
Production URL of the custom app.
I just thought since we've already actually installed it on this dev store that we couldn't actually reuse it on a different store at this point.
I'm gonna wait for Dan to say something.
Please elaborate. Need to go to the app dashboard.
Because you have to select, you have to
You have to select well,
yeah.
you selected one before. Need to go okay, yeah, open up the app dashboard and see if it's something you can change in there.
Where did the app dashboard go? Of course it's gone now. Yeah.
What app
Okay.
dashboard?
Okay, so here, like I thought we could change it to.
Get ready for production. There we go, generate link. Yeah, that's the way I've been doing it, I didn't even realize it. So yeah, you can use that link and then you should be able to enter it in the Shopee points URL there.
Okay.
Good catch.
Five, five, think. Okay, yeah, because that it's like you can use whatever dev stores you want. It's more you can only have this like on a production, like one production
One
store.
production store. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right.
So now if I just open this up,
Thank you, Dan.
so much, Dan.
Wah,
It's not
wah.
running right now. Let me just open that back up. This is in Shopipoints app. CD Shopipoints app slash Shopipoints. I serve. Have it running. Yeah, exactly. So the yeah makes the dev stores untransferable, non-transactional. Okay,
Yeah.
get this up and running. Yeah, I think it gives a pop-up warning when you install a test link that it'll convert the store to a dev store,
Yeah.
but not the production one that we're
Not the
doing right now.
production one. Right, right,
Yeah.
right.
Which also, is it just because that we're live that it's taking forever to start up the dev server? Because like this also never feels like it takes this long.
Oh, of
There.
course not. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
just because we're live.
Okay. Just making sure. Okay. Cool. Shopifypoints.com. Shopee Points installing Shopee Points. Beautiful.
Install.
Install app.
CD Boy UK says, imagine making that mistake on a client's production store.
Invalid OAuth callback. Maybe that still
Oh,
works. Oh yeah,
this
no,
is
that's probably fine.
that's the issue that I kept on running into when I was trying this last time, and I got very frustrated.
Let's see here.
On Plus, can I install my custom app on multiple stores? Yes, if it's an expansion store, you can install that same custom app. You do, I think, need to get permission from the merchant success manager or the Shopify or like the Plus
Woo!
support.
There we
But
go.
yes, you can do that.
Beautiful. We got it.
Hooray!
Okay.
Look at that. We have an app installed on Shopee Points.
Shopee Points installed on Shopee Points. Great. So what do we want to do with this? We have wait, okay, wait. I need to celebrate. I'm not good at celebrating
All
successes.
right, you ready?
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah, wait. Cool. You know, for some of you, this might just be an everyday thing and good for you. But you know, I feel like I achieved something today.
We celebrate all baby steps.
Yeah, all the baby steps. Okay. So we have the app installed. Um, what I was thinking that we're going to want to be doing with the app is we're going to want to use the customers API, because ultimately each person for shoppoints.com is, we can, like, accounts on Shopify are essentially customers, right? So
Yes.
each person is a customer, and each customer will have their own Shopipoints wallet, let's say. And how we could create that wallet could be with meta fields.
Yeah.
That makes sense?
Yep.
Because customers can have meta fields, which I saw it here earlier. Let me. No, 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 no.
Dan says, imagine trying to do that for the first time before the app CLI existed. And CD Boy UK says, I remember the days when ThemeKit didn't exist. I had to install an app to do local development. There are so many. Like if you're early on in trying to develop for Shopify, you really appreciate the tools that exist today.
Yep. And no. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Yep. And ThemeKit, yeah, ThemeKit has gotten better. Like, just things like protecting you from pushing to live to your production store. Just that little, like, hey, you're about to push like this code to your production store. Are you sure you want to, like, empty out the theme?
Um, I have yeah, I before the allow live tag, I have deleted, like, cleaned up my sites folder that has client sites on it and had a bunch of dev files on there. I forgot that I actually had one of them open on VS Code, and I deleted the folder
Oh
and
yeah,
deleted the
yeah.
entire directory, and the site was down for, like, 10 minutes, until I realized, like, "Why is there no theme.liquid? Why is there literally no theme file on here?" A quick little
Oh,
undo, just uploaded everything again.
oh, it did. Okay, you had.
Yeah, it was easy. It was an easy fix, but I was like, "What did I do?"
I
So,
I'm I
yes.
This sounds like like Drupal Joomla days with FTP, and yeah, somewhere getting mixed up with the FTP connection and deleting things, and oh my god, that's scary. Never,
I do
like,
not miss those days.
closest I've been to having a heart attack. Okay, cool. So we have the app installed. We know that we want to be working with customers. I guess first we can create. I don't think we have any customer. Let me just clean up my tabs here. This is super authentic. Okay, so we've got too many tabs open as a developer. That never happens.
Yeah.
I only have a 720. I'm showing this to everyone in 720p, so that they can see.
It's also worth noting if you're new to Shopify's APIs, there are two different GraphQL APIs that exist. One is the admin API and one is the storefront API. The storefront API is used on the storefront. Think like querying certain collections and looping through them to show products instead of using like the collection liquid for one reason or another. The admin API are actions that are taken on the back end. You're usually like creating, deleting, updating kind of information. This is a that you're usually using the admin API within an app, which is what we're gonna be doing with creating meta fields.
Mm, what's your tap room agency?
The taproom.com.
The tap room. Oh.
Actually, it's Kelly at thetaproom.com. Thank you.
Here, I'll just do 555. 555.
Appreciate it. That is my real phone number. Please give me a
Customer
call.
agreed to marketing emails. Yes. We don't need address, collect tax.
Everything else can just save.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Oh,
Seriously.
okay, you can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. It does not like 555. 0. It wanted the country code.
Oh, right. Yeah. Okay.
There we go.
Apparently, it's Canadian phone number. Okay. So we have at least one customer account. Uh,
You
so
wanna
this
send
is
me an
where,
account invite?
um, sure.
Click the button that says send account invite
Oh,
on the right.
send account invite.
There you go.
It's not highlighted. That this should be like a primary to
You just click
Kelly.
send.
Customer account, review email. Hi. Okay. Send notification. So we've got a customer now. So we'll want to be playing with our. Hmm. What's up next?
Chris
R-
said, "Why was Slate discontinued?" Do you wanna answer that question before we move
I
on?
feel like we've we've beaten that dead horse. Wait, where's this question?
It's up a little bit. It's, like,
Wait,
5
why was
tabs up.
Slate Yeah, okay, I see it. Why was Slate discontinued? Ultimately, what's the politically correct way? Um, no, I was soloing it, and I needed to jump on to performance related to work and couldn't get it staffed appropriately. A lot of this goes into just like Shopify business dynamics and um yeah, it ultimately it wasn't doing, I don't know what else to say. Yeah, it just kind of faded away in Shopify has maybe a bad history with this when it comes to developer tooling or like
I'm gonna start a new website called killedbyshopify.com.
yeah, there is that for Google.
I
Google has
know.
a huge, that's a really cool website actually, just to see everything that Google's dropped. Um, but yeah, it's but there's a lot of movement on it right now. On there's a lot of interest in developer experience right now. So I have a really high hopes for this year, and I'm really excited to see what comes through this year
Stay
when it comes to
tuned.
Did you just say slate tuned?
Said stay tuned.
I
I'm not
heard
that creative.
slate tuned. I was
You're
like,
hearing what you wanna hear.
slate tuned. Um, so meta fields. Uh, meta fields are kind of weird when you first get to learn them because if you go to just the meta fields docs, I remember like you don't really see that they're associated to all these other
An object in
types.
particular. Yeah.
Yeah. That like meta fields can be attached to customers, they can be attached to blog posts, they can be attached
Products,
to
collections,
colle-
the store as a whole.
every like
I'm
what
pretty sure you can do it for everything. Yeah,
pretty much
whether they're exposed to the Storefront API or not is another question, but
right. Yes. So this is admin API versus storefront API.
yeah.
We'll be using the admin API for this because we're what the so the flow that we're going to be working with is a potential Shopipoints user will be going on to shopipoints.com. I do have actually the register. I added a quick register page on our shopipoints.com.
You need a login page because I can't activate my account. Oh, you
Oh,
know what?
really?
I still have access to the other one if you're sharing that
Um,
too.
I think I did create here. Wait, let me just publish this as the
Ah,
publish
that's the other thing. Yeah.
because this should have the activate on it
Okay. Cool.
because I set that up before. Do you want to share? Okay, wait. Here we go. So user should come in, put their. Let me do it for myself. Thomas. Okay. Email.
Are you wanting to share your screen for this or no?
Uh, should I?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's a pretty.
Did you publish this theme?
Yeah, it should be published. Yeah, it's live. If you just go to shoppoints.com.
Login. I see the
Okay, cool.
login, the register. I don't activate wasn't just it didn't I don't think there was anything on there because I couldn't
Um,
actually set a password.
okay. So wait, there is, I was using some really handy, this is be helpful to share. Customer accounts, Shopify register. Here it is. For those of you just getting started with customer accounts pages, there's some really handy tutorial docs here. So view, disable, um, hold on.
Oh, I
There
can just
was
reset my password. That works.
it here? Customer account? No.
No account found with that email, but it's
Oh,
fine.
where was it? Customer accounts. It was doing customer accounts forms. How did I get to this? I was doing liquid form tag, tags, the form object,
There we
and
go.
then
Now I'm
the form
activated.
tag, and we were form types, activate. There we go. Activate account liquid. Cool. There. Let me post this.
Yeah.
There are some really so theme templates. There's some really handy boilerplates, which like these should be part of the now that I think of it, like the boilerplate that theme kit
Boilerplate theme. Yeah.
has. Like these are really basic. So I was just doing this for other pages.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly that.
just having basically like the which we always had this. I'm trying to remember. I feel like there was a it was Timber. Timber had this stuff baked into it. Do you remember Timber?
I remember Timber. That was Timber was one of my like the first things I learned when I was building for Shopify.
That was yeah, that was that was one of the first things I learned as well.
Way back when.
Way back when. And then so actually I can tell the story of Timber as to why Timber shut down. It's actually a fun one. Um, so for those of you not familiar with Timber, Timber was like the first publicly available boilerplate app. If you ever heard of HTML boilerplate, HTML5 boilerplate, like I remember this was it's a starting point for creating themes. Um, I need to now change my watch because it's in production now.
I don't
Uh,
think CD Boy said skeleton theme was before, but maybe that wasn't official.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Skeleton theme got repurposed for Slate, and then it was again abandoned.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's Skeleton theme is before my time. Um, allow live. True. Just, just hacking around our dev tools that we had here. Activate account. npm run. Watch. Let's push into production now. There we go. Okay. Do you have the account activation page now? Um, Hey everyone, part of my ignorance, I'm a JavaScript developer. I think I was starting learning Shopify development. How hard would it be the best way to start? Thanks. Um, I'm gonna wait. Ansar Nisargil. That's a very long name.
I think it's
Ansar Nis
Ansarni. I guess
Ans
Ansarni Sargil. That's my
Ansarni
guess.
Ansarni Sargil. That
Hello,
would be
welcome.
yep. Punctuate is so hard with these usernames.
Theta Prum.
You're a
Trust
lot
me.
better at decrypting them than I am. Best place to start. What are you, Ansar? Hello. What are you most interested in developing? I guess is a good place to start because there's
Shopify themes or Shopify apps, yeah.
yeah
The
yeah
short version is though, I find like the Shopify.dev, which is where we're literally on right now. I know you're not sharing your screen. Um,
there you go.
it is really, really helpful documentation for getting started and learning how to build for Shopify. I find it to be
Yeah,
if you're already a developer, if you already understand front end languages, you can easily get into building Shopify themes, in my opinion. The piece you're needing to learn is Liquid, which
that's like the context specific.
the templating
That's to
language.
Shopify.
Yeah.
Yeah, where there's the liquid reference here, but then there's that. Um, what's the other really nice liquid cheat sheet?
Yeah, I think it's a if you Google it, you can get the link for it. Is creating a customized theme starting from debut or express a bad idea? No, it's not. And honestly, that's one of the things I often recommend to merchants is very rarely do you actually have like a solid use case for building an entire custom theme from scratch. Start with what already exists and build on top of it. I mean, definitely going to find themes that you prefer to build from. That you're familiar with the languages. They're not all minified JavaScript, things like that. So they're easier starting points but, I mean, I find that that's a really, really easy way to learn is install a theme and then start making changes to it.
So when you said earlier, should I be sharing my screen for this?
Yeah.
I thought I was sharing my screen. I'm really off. See, this is what I mean. I'm so off my sheens.
We took
My
one whole week off.
Yeah, we took 1 week off, and holy shit, I'm rusty. I'm sorry, guys.
I
I'm
forgive
just,
you.
I'm hanging on here. Okay, so we've got, let's see, we've got our going through pages. I'm logged in, so I have an account page. Your Shopify account. Welcome, Thomas. We have account set up. Can we do a insomnia request and like start playing with like adding a meta field? Because we can only add meta fields via API requests right now, right?
Yes,
Yes.
correct.
So let's start adding our API fields that we want.
All
So we
right.
have the reference here. This is where,
So we're gonna be if we're gonna be creating a meta field, we're gonna need to do a mutation.
and we need to get the auth token first, right? Like we need
Yes.
to, which is
We're gonna
in
have to
the partner dashboard
there's a token within the app. Stop sharing your screen to do this one.
before I do that.
Yeah. Also, you're
Yeah.
gonna have to make sure the scopes are up to date for what we wanna have access to for rewriting.
Okay, let me just switch here. Well, it's going to be hidden by default. I can show people where it is, right? Let me open it.
Not through there, it's going to be you have to you're in the store, you need to go into
Yeah,
the
I
partner
need to
dashboard,
go.
yeah.
Okay,
There
here.
we go.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
it's
okay.
it's the secret key, right?
It's possible you won't need yeah, you probably will need it, of course, using Insomnia. Um,
So let me wait. I'm just going to share my screen just so people. So to start making requests on behalf of your app that is now installed on your store, you need this API secret key, which I don't want to click here. And that, yeah, because then I'd really have to delete it and then recreate
yeah.
everything. Um, that is what you're going to be including with the X dash Shopify dash token header. Is that right? Yep.
It'll be yeah, that's the token. Also, you're going to have to update the scope of the app within the app code to make sure you're giving it correct permissions to be able to write to the customers, so you can actually create those meta fields.
And where do I change the
That
scope?
is in the app code.
App in the app code. Okay.
Yeah.
Um, so let's for what should we do first?
So if
Lead the
you
way.
do a global search first, I would go for the app code first.
Okay.
Mine's
Go.
taking 90 years to load, so
Your what?
I
Oh,
try to do a global search in this app, and it's taking a while.
okay. Global search. What am I looking for?
Scopes.
Scopes.
There you
Oh,
go. All right. It looks
and
like we might. Yeah. It is in the .env. So it's going to have your secret in
right.
there.
Yeah. Thank you for. Oh.
That's why I was going to try to tell you don't do it.
Well, we'll delete it after this. We'll delete it after the
Yeah, we'll
stream is
create a new
done.
one. That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Um,
So just showing this is what's created here, and you can see that scopes line. Right products, right customers, right draft orders. So you can create customers, you can delete customers, you can update customers, write, delete, create products, or create, delete, update products, and then also create draft orders as well. These are the default scopes that are available. If you need access to something else, you're going to have to update the scopes, and then it's going to require an update to the app within the ad or within your Shopify admin to actually fetch the new scopes that you are now allowing.
do we want to
Chris,
do that? We have right customer right now, so
yeah,
we're
we're
good.
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Chris said, "Can we modify this?" Yes. So this is your source of truth for your app. So this is where you're actually going to want to
Dot
update.
info.
I
So
generally only recommend giving access to the scopes that you actually need to use. So in this case, I would remove right products and right draft orders.
okay, I was gonna say let's do an edit on this. Right.
Yeah.
Wait. Whoa. Uh,
The funny thing, new GitHub issue, there actually is a create. We probably just should have pulled up the .env example, but you can see the example just shows read products.
oh, yeah. There you go. Okay, it's fine. We've got 5 minutes for somebody to totally take down shoppoints.com if they want.
Just gonna bulk create customers with terrible names. Look at all these orders I'm creating that can't be fulfilled.
Cool. So we've changed our scope and we restart the server now so that
Yeah,
it would
restart
say
the server. Uh-huh.
serve.
It'll update the did it update the end grok URL? I don't know if it does. Maybe it stays the same. I think it stays the same.
If it's available, yeah, typically it's like 24 hours or like it's if it's still available, then it'll use it. I'm not sure
Okay.
what the time span is.
Yeah, and I think you can actually just you might be able to reset the secret, the API secret. SHA-26 or 256 collection. Wow, I spent too much time in Shopify. Said the same thing. So after this, we can just.
I should be able to reset it
I mean, I would believe. I feel like you should be able to
to
reset it. Yeah.
change it. Yeah. Okay.
Otherwise, can you imagine like somebody
If it
leaks a
leaks.
secret and then you're like, oh, gotta rebuild the entire app.
Oh god. Yeah. Yeah, and this does take a while to boot up. Okay, so we've got right customers. We have our secret here. Let's try. I mean, we would have had to do this anyway for
True.
and I know there's a way of hiding in Insomnia. So
It'll show you only a piece of it next time. So,
yeah.
all right. So let's create a new
So
address.
Insomnia, for those, I've my colleagues talk about this all the time. I don't get to stretch. Oh, okay, we get to stretch. Yes. Actually, that
Yes.
feels really good. Thank
Oh,
you for
thank
that.
you.
Yeah. Okay. Um Insomnia, for those who are not familiar, is a GraphQL client
It's
that
just
allows you
an
to
API client. It
API
doesn't. Yeah,
client
you can do
that
REST
allows
as
you
well.
to
Oh, yeah.
make calls, play around.
It's Postman is a one that a lot of people are familiar with. This is just in my opinion, a prettier one. So this is what I usually default to. So
Here,
it's not specific to GraphQL. It's just an API client that you can use for, querying any kind of REST API or anything that's any kind of like basic JavaScript API that's like base 64 encoded and all that fun stuff.
there you go.
Really, really, I use this all the time for testing APIs before I actually begin working with them.
Like Apollo. I've heard of Apollo as
Apollo
well.
is for GraphQL.
Okay, that's it. So I did this months and months ago, so I'll need a refresh as to how to get it set up. Um, create request collection.
Sure.
Yeah,
We're
my
gonna call it
connection.
Shopipoints.
Surprise. There we go. Edit environments. I remember that. No.
Oh,
Wait, there was a
I
way of
don't even bother
setting.
doing
Okay,
it.
let's just do a new request.
Yeah.
New request. Customers.
Or well,
Customer.
let's call it like create customer meta field or something like that.
Create.
Vinlock subscribed at tier 1. Thank you. This isn't even my Twitch stream, but I'm going to say
Oh my god,
thanks.
we have a subscription. Hello, Vinlock. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. First subscription. Now, are you number one in terms of I feel like there's a
You
ranking in
might
terms
be
of
number 1.
yeah.
Oh,
Great
yeah.
customer meta field.
Yeah.
We
Okay.
want. Oh yeah, we want to be post, right?
Because you were creating let me pull up the
This is a red.
documentation.
Oh wait, but this isn't
It's
a graph.
if you go to, the body, click on the little arrow down from the body,
Mm-hmm.
GraphQL query.
There we go. Cool. Always post. Oh right here. So it was in auth that. No. Yeah. Yes. Bearer token. Token. No. I remember there's a way of setting headers. Yes. Here we go. Okay. So it was X.
I'm going to post a link to the chat. There's actually a really great blog post on the Shopify blog of the Shopify GraphQL Learning Kit is what it's called, and it actually walks through how to configure Insomnia.
Should we just open that? I
Maybe
mean,
so.
yeah. Okay.
They actually give you like a collection of all the requests that you can use, so you don't have to write them from scratch.
Yeah. I'll just get the access token. Okay. No, not access token. Oh, see, they do use environment.
Yeah, if you can use
Um,
the environment to save yourself some time.
but that's okay. No, but that's just storing it as an okay. X Shopify access token. Yeah, that's what I.
Yeah.
So, okay. So X
So
Shopify.
Insomnia, I use it for the Shopify API, the Recharge API, Klaviyo's API, Judge.bee's API, like all of them. So I absolutely love using it, and you can also export and import the all of the requests that you create here, so I'm able to, like, share them with my team so they don't have to, create everything from scratch as well. Love using Insomnia. Dan just gifted a tier 1 sub to CD Boy UK. Woohoo!
Subs are everywhere. I don't know what we're
Dan
supposed to
Gamble
do
is
with
now
them.
number 1.
Okay, so we've got the auth token in there. What do we want to include in the actual mutation
Okay, so
instead
there
of
are
the
2
body?
parts to this. When you use a mutation, the base of the body is building out the structure of it, and then there's a section at the bottom of Insomnia where you actually enter in the variables that you're using.
Oh God.
It should walk through actually, you know what? I will show you an example. Because Shopify, GraphQL. So an interesting thing about metafields, uh, you cannot, uh, you have to manually expose a metafield to the storefront. You can't just use a metafield that you've created. Reason being, a
Hmm.
lot of metafields are used to store private data, not necessarily something that any kind of customer should have access to. So you have to manually expose each metafield. And in order to do that, you need to use the admin API to expose the metafield. So I'm going to show you this retrieve metafield. This is from shopify.dev just to get an understanding of it. There's a section on here, expose metafields to the storefront API. Here we go. There. So just to kind of
Okay. Show this.
explain what this is, and you can kind of use this as your base. So
So
kind of walking you through what you're seeing here.
yeah.
So the mutation we're using here is Metafield storefront visibility.
Mm-hmm.
And we need to do that Metafield storefront visibility create. So you see input has like a $ input. That's
Mm-hmm.
because we're not hard coding the variable in there. We're using this different section, which is what you see
With
below.
this, yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So this is what will return or will actually expose the meta field to the storefront so you can use it. And this is not in Liquid. This is if you're using the storefront API to be clear.
Okay. Expose metafields to the storefront API. Okay. By default, everything is available to the admin API,
Yes,
correct?
that's
And then
correct.
so it's if you want it to expose it to the storefront
And
API,
everything's available within Liquid as well. If you
liquid as
use like
well.
the
Okay.
shop, yeah, meta fields.
Yes.
So this is specifically for if you are and using, let's say, like you build a headless storefront and you need to
Hmm.
access that meta field, or you have like a custom app that you kind of build like a view app to embed into like a page on the product page that shows like additional details about a product. You have to expose those additional meta fields in order to actually get them to show up.
And because you only want that, because like the access token for that information is publicly accessible, like you could be making those requests from the front end. You don't want to be exposing potentially sensitive data through the storefront API.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
So this is the structure that you need to create a meta field as well. You just need to change what that mutation is.
Okay. Should we wrap it up here and then pick up with GraphQL queries?
Yeah.
Just so I don't feel so
Otherwise,
we
we're
can
going to
come
be
into
here
it
for another
strong.
2 hours.
Yeah.
So,
No,
yeah.
let's I think that that'll be a good topic for next stream. I'll try to brush up a little bit so I'm not stumbling or like so I'll at least be able to preemptively uh guess what you're going to mention next. But I like this dynamic. I don't know. So people who are watching, um, I'm learning on the spot here, and Kelly is very. So I like this dynamic of I'm learning on the spot. Kelly's the one teaching. How do you like this? Are you learning anything? Are you getting anything out of this? I would be curious to know. Um,
Maybe.
Send us a message. Send us if you don't if you have any feedback. I'm on the fence about it. I'm like I know there was parts of this that took a little bit longer to go through. Just like the setting up the app wasn't really as expected, but
I think it's fine though, honestly, because there are a lot of issues that you're going to run into as a developer when you're just getting started on here as well.
yeah.
And kind of debugging as we go is really helpful because these issues might be like the issue that the error message that showed up about the incorrect callback URL. You
Hmm.
were like, "Oh, I still have access to the app." It still shows up in the admin. That'd be a good example of like, "Oh, I got this error, but everything is okay."
So it's making that content accessible after.
Yeah.
It's humanizing seeing Mr. Shopify being touched. Shopify. Yeah,
Yes.
I'm not all knowing, Dan. As much as you say, as much as yeah, no, no. And I love like this whole week has just been me out of my comfort zone. So this is fun. I'm down. If we can keep the scope of each episode tight, like if next episode's really about let's do some GraphQL mutations and build with Insomnia
Yeah.
and get this like basically the meta field set up for Shopipoints, so that each account can have a Shopipoints wallet, something like that.
I think that's a
Uh,
good move.
yeah,
We can even like it might be the next episode, but have a webhook registered on login to query Twitch to fetch the number of Shopee points they have to update how many they have. But we have to somehow have some sort of authentication to
yeah. So
connect.
that was I that's what I was trying to think through this morning is how do we link Twitch? So I have a feeling we'll have to have like on the accounts page, the customer accounts page, there'll have to be like a link your Twitch account,
Yeah,
which then you go through the Twitch OAuth 2 flow. Is you're presented with your Twitch login,
because it would take you to Twitch to
Twitch to
authenticate and
log
then come
in.
back.
We get then an ID back. We can then store that login credential or that link in a meta field, and then like we can use that to like, yeah. This is
Mhm.
where it's getting fuzzy and
See,
but
this is why usually when you're going to create an app, you actually like create a diagram
yeah,
to map out what data comes from where and where data needs to go. So you're not kind of like flailing and trying to figure out
we're
things
just
on the
doing it in
fly.
our heads. Yeah.
But
No, or we can work on that though. We can come to the next stream with that if we want.
yeah.
Um, I was
Also,
playing with
by the way, this would be an example of where multipass would be really useful if you had access to I don't know how I mean, we don't own Twitch though. So
yeah, that's so it's like because that is I want to create an account with my Twitch account, right?
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which yeah, I do want to keep like the premise of Shopee points is that like we want to be you want to be able to accumulate Shopee points from a variety of different places.
Yeah.
So I do like the idea of your Shopee points account being on shoppoints.com. Like it's its own independent, and you're linking from other accounts.
Yeah.
It's just a feeling
We're
at this
making it
point.
up, so
Yeah, we're making this up as we go. So
but yeah, so
if anyone
next
has,
week we'll dig into how to actually build out, how to query with GraphQL, how to create mutations with GraphQL. We can dig into the Shopify graphical app to actually walk through it, move things over to Insomnia, and then actually build it out on the store on the app.
beautiful, beautiful. Sounds like music to my ears. So many words that I've heard before that I've blissfully just let pass by me and not pay attention to now are staring me in the face.
Yes.
Thank you,
All right.
Kelly.
You're
Thank you,
welcome.
everyone in the audience, for joining us. We went a little bit over time there, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah. Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for tuning in.